Welcome back to Leading Experts. I'm Grayson Foster. I'm here today with author and speaker Dan Cassin, and let's get right back to it because we're almost out of time.
Sure.
Now, before the break, I mentioned something called pop-ops. What is that?
Well, I talk with businesses about that, and when we're looking at projects or the things that we're trying to do, these are some of the things that we're trying to evaluate. Now, there are many professional programs to evaluate the way businesses do it, but I also can use this pop-op system to help individuals evaluate whether what they're doing is good or professional or is going to be successful or not. And the key things are, you're looking at the purpose, you're looking at the objectives, that's the first part, and then you're looking at the people who are involved or the people that you're associating with or working with, or maybe professionals that you're trying to accomplish things with. Now then you want to look at the operations that you're using to get the job done. What are the processes that need to be accomplished to get the job done, and what systems do you need to employ? For example, for this program here, I'm involved with you in this program here. We also have people in the background working on the electronics, working on the cameras. Somebody's been set designing, and Kenny's been doing my face, you know. All of those things need to be evaluated from time to time and see how they're doing and if they're going well or not.
Interesting. All right, now we are almost out of time, but I understand you are working on another series of books, right?
Right. Discovering your own purpose, discovering your own direction, and then I'm also working on discovering your own success. How can you be successful? Some people are successful like Donald Trump and make millions and billions and trillions of dollars. Some people aren't. Some people are successful at what they do. My dad was wonderfully successful. 8 kids, he provided for us. We had a wonderful home. We always had food, and we also had vacations and stuff like that. So he was very successful in that regard. I've been successful in what I'm doing partly by reinventing some things that I need to do and focusing on some things that I can do and not others. So I want to focus on those issues when we talk about discovering your own success.
I'm sorry, 8 children?
I'm sorry, yes, but I was the oldest. I was the leader. I was the one who took care of them. I was the one who beat up on them, and then they beat up on me. But it was a lot of fun.
Wow, your mother, bless her heart.
She is. She's a wonderful, wonderful lady.
Okay, now we have been running your information at the bottom of the screen while we've been chatting. So what really is the best way for people to get in touch with you?
Either Dan at dancassin.com. They can go to my website. There's a link there, dancassin.com. Call me on the phone, 502-554-2397. Now, sometimes if I'm traveling, like I'm in the West Coast right now, if I'm traveling, I may have to get back to you according to that time period, but I always check my voicemails at noon and at 4 p.m., whichever time zone I'm in. Just be aware it could be different in your area.
Now, just before we go to, I want to just go over your website again because you have a lot of good information on there for people.
Well, I have information on, and we're building more information into it all the time, on leadership, on marketing, on sales, and on customer service. And then we're doing a whole nother site on internet marketing and I'm working on several books in these areas here, but it's a kind of a thing you have to spread it out a little bit. By the way, one of the things that I talk to people about, you cannot multitask. You can only do really one thing at a time. Statistics and studies have shown us that if you try to do 2 things at a time, it's going to take you twice as long as if you did them individually. So that's what I'm trying to do with my website and these books too, is space this out and get this done. But again, the goal is to help people solve their problems in these areas.
Now, if you could give, just before we go, if you could give one sort of piece of advice to somebody who really kind of needs to get up off that couch and get back into life and get motivated.
Well, listen to me. Listen to me. Here's what I've had to do it before in my life, and you'll have to do it again and again. People nowadays have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different careers in their life, unlike my dad who worked for one company for 30-something years. And if you find one passion, one thing that you can do, one need that you can fill, and you can accomplish that, you will be successful, regardless of whether you make a lot of money or not. But guess what? You may be able to make a lot of money just filling that one need.
That is wonderful advice. Thank you so much. It was great speaking with you today.
It's great talking with you, Grayson.
Thanks for watching this edition of Leading Experts. We'll see you next time.
For information on becoming a guest on this show, please call Dr. Jeff Hawkins.